Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here on USB Unaffiliated Sports Broadcast, where I cover varsity high school sports for Grantsville High School, Tooele High School, and Stansbury High School. Shifting our focus to basketball as that time has arrived. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the show. Please head over and like the Instagram page, follow it. That's where I put all the stats and updates and all the graphics to recognize these players. And be sure to get out there and support these local athletes. Thank you and enjoy the show. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. What's going on? Thank you for joining me here on USB Unaffiliated Sports Broadcast. Hey, look, I apologize. I didn't get any coverage this week. I was out of town for work, and I thought I was going to have a lot more time to kind of do some of that stuff. But it's supposed to be a crew of 3, and it ended up just being me. So I was a little bit more exhausted than I gave myself credit for, and just as a result, I missed everything this week. I got back in town Friday. I probably could have made the Grantsville game that day, but I was really exhausted. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a recap of the week that I missed and just kind of go over that. We'll start off, I think, today with the records, the overall records for each team. So, as far as the men are concerned, the Tooele Buffaloes are sitting at 2-15 on the season thus far. The Grantsville Cowboys are sitting at 500, 8-8. Meanwhile, the Stansbury Stallions are sitting at 3-13. So that's your wrap up for the men's teams. Their overall records, pretty rough season for these men. Obviously, Grantsville sitting at the top there with their 500, but they've still had some ups and downs, just like everybody else. But in terms of Stansbury and Tooele, they've been struggling to find wins, and it's been rough for them. I think I've seen a lot of good things. I haven't caught as many of the games as I was hoping, but what I have seen and been able to play back, I think they're doing a lot of good things. They just haven't found that piece that just clicks it all together. So pretty tough season so far, I think, for them. But as for the women, they seem to be doing a lot better in comparison to their men counterparts. Okay, you got the Tooele Lady Buffs. They're sitting at 12-5 on the season. They're doing fantastic. The Grantsville ladies are sitting at a perfect 16-0, and if I'm not mistaken, they actually broke a school record, and I think it was for consecutive wins, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. Congratulations to them. What an achievement. I mean, they've had a plethora of achievements this season. 1,000-point scorers, now breaking school records. It's really been a good season for them. The Stansbury ladies are sitting at 7-10 on the season, so little under 500 there, but they're doing okay. I think this last stretch was a little rough for them, and we'll kind of get into that. But that's kind of your overall Tooele County record as of today, Sunday, January 19th. So, good job to everybody. Like I said, records are what they are, right? Obviously, they're important for when you get further into the season, but I don't think that is a true outline of what players or teams truly are all the time, right? I think obviously, it can be, right? But I don't think it's, necessarily a complete depiction of what teams or players can be. So I don't try to wrap my head around too much of it. I look for positive things as much as I can and just go from there. But again, that's your overall recap, okay? So that's that. Let's get into some games, shall we? Okay. All right, so let's get into this. We're going to start off with Grantsville. We'll go Grantsville, Stansbury, Tooele. I'll do men's, women, and then move on to the next school, okay? So while I was gone, looks like the Grantsville Cowboys traveled out to South Summit to take on the, what is their dang school name? The Wildcats, that's right. I knew that. Grantsville traveled to South Summit to take on the Wildcats, excuse me, who appear to be having a pretty good season. They're 13-4 so far in the season, but the Cowboys would lose this one 69-80. Looks like the Wildcats came out strong in the first quarter, 26-13 in that quarter, 22-18 in the second quarter. Grantsville takes the third quarter at 19-7 and the fourth quarter at 19-15. But obviously that first half was probably pretty problematic for him. 48 to, what is that, 31? So got outscored by 17 in that half, it looks like. So that's pretty tough. In terms of free throws, Grantsville went 17 of 24 from the line. So, they left seven points out there. Obviously not enough to make a huge difference, but I would have put them at 76. So, but that's pretty good. 17 for 24. That's not too terrible. Meanwhile, the Wildcats shot 7 of 19. They actually didn't do very well from the line at all, it looks like. So, that's pretty tough. But in terms of leading scorers in that game, Bryson Roberts did his thing with 20, hitting 1 3-pointer. Zimmer did pretty good. Looking at that, that's pretty awesome to see. He had 15 points and 1 3-pointer. Good job to you, sir. Not really sure if Dresden is maybe hurt or didn't play in that game. Not really sure. He's not on the scoreboard at all. So, yeah, I definitely don't know what happened there, but good job to Zimmer coming in and 15 points, 1 3-pointer. That's pretty good. Peyton Thornton, number 20, he had 14 points on the night and 3 3-pointers, so good job to you, young man. And my man Dennis Castino, he had 7 points and 1 3-pointer. Obviously, there's no steals or nothing listed, but I imagine he probably had some defensive stats because he's a defensive guy. But it was Wolstenholme, number 5. I don't know if I said that correctly at all, but he had 46 points on the night. That is impressive. 46 points. Doesn't list any 3-pointers, so that's even more impressive in my opinion. 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. And the next leading scorer was number 1, Oscar Thorpe. He had 12 points. So I mean, good night for him. But I mean, when you look at that disparity, 46 to 12, that's pretty wild. Clearly that Wolstenholme guy he's a baller apparently. 46 points. That's pretty good because Grantsville's defense isn't trash. So that's pretty impressive to see. Let's see. It was definitely his highest scoring game of the season. Was against Grantsville. It doesn't have him listed as hitting any threes, and I don't know if that's maybe a typo. Maybe he's a big guy. Is he a big guy? Let's look at that. 6'5". Yeah, he's pretty tall. So must be just down low play. Must be. But so far, he's got 448 points on the season, so he's having a stellar season. 32 blocks. Yeah, that. 184 rebounds. So tough game down low is what I'm guessing in that one. But either way, Grantsville loses that one against South Summit, 69 to 80. But then they would come back home on Friday and they would play the Ben Lomond Scots. Now in this game, Grantsville actually takes this game 63 to 48. They had a 25 to 7 second quarter. Just completely went into halftime with all of the momentum there, clearly. Good job to them. Doesn't list their free throws, but Ben Lomond went 17 of 45 from the line. That's not going to help anything. No stats for any players have been listed in that one. Yeah, all around, that 25 to 7, that's pretty impressive. So, yeah, I probably maybe should have waited. Maybe the stats would be up come Monday morning, but I'm trying to get caught up so that I can move on because, like I said, I missed some stuff. So that is your Grantsville boys recap. Again, guys, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get there. I probably arguably could have made it to the game last night, but I was pretty exhausted. So let's see. The Grantsville Cowboys men will have their next game on Wednesday, January 22nd, where they'll be taking on the Ogden Tigers, who currently at this moment are sitting at 9-8 on the season. So that's going to be a good game, I think, and that'll be up in Ogden. So good luck to you, gentlemen, and definitely bring back that W. We don't like Ogden, so at least I don't. I don't like Ogden. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. No, I'm not even going to get into it. Bring back that W. Go skin those cats. That's how I feel. But yeah, that's your Grantsville men's team. All right, moving on to the Grantsville ladies. Now, they would, on Tuesday, they traveled to South Summit to face the Wildcats at their home. And the ladies would take this game 69 to 38, shutting the Wildcats out in the first half completely. Was at 31-12 first half. 3 points in the first quarter for the South Summit Wildcats, and only 9 in the second quarter. They did play better in the second half, scoring 26 points in the second half, but only scoring 12 points in the first half. That's pretty brutal. The ladies' worst quarter, the Grantsville ladies' worst quarter was the second quarter, where they only scored 10. So a 10-9 second quarter. That must have been either a sloppy or a really good defensive game, because their record's not bad. South Summit Wildcats are sitting at 11-6 so far in the season. I don't think they're a terrible team. So maybe that was just some defensive pressure. But the second half, 18-20. So that first half really crushed them. A 21-3 first quarter. That's a hard deficit to come back from. So let's see, free throws. Looks like South Summit went 16 of 21. That's pretty good. The Grantsville ladies went 18 of 29, are also pretty good, not bad there. The leading scorer for the Wildcats was Broadbent, number 1. She had 22 points and 17 rebounds. Good job to that young lady. But the next leading scorer was Wolstenholme, who had 4 points. So, sister, cousin of probably the boys' team there. Let's see if she's tall. Let's see. Now she's 5'11". That's pretty tall. Yeah. She's got 29 rebounds on the season. She's definitely not a scorer. She's only sitting at about 26 points on the season. So, but either way, she was the next leading scorer for the Wildcats there. No 3-pointers listed. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but looks like they had a fair amount of steals. 3, 5, 6, 11. 12 steals on the night for the Wildcats, so not bad there. Meanwhile, for the Grantsville ladies, number 11, Avery Allred, she was the leading scorer for Grantsville with 21 points and 2 3-pointers. She was, of course, followed behind by Bailey Louder, number 1, with 14 points. That duo is usually always at the top there. Number 10, Cody Williams with 9 points. Number 15, Emmy Butler with 7 points and 1 3-pointer. Then you got number 5, Egbert with 6 points. Number 13, Orgill with 5. Number 3, Allen with 4 points. Number 2, Thornton with 2 points. And number 4, Hall with 1 point on the night. So pretty dominant win there for the Grantsville ladies. Again, that game was 69-38 up there in South Summit. Definitely good to go on the road and get those wins, right? So, but then again on Thursday, the ladies would come back. January 16th on Thursday, the ladies would come back home and they would take on the Ben Lomond Scots, where this doesn't even look like it was a challenge. And it's rough. It's rough. Like I really do feel bad for Ben Lomond, because again, I said in the opening, like I hate records sometimes because I don't think they're indicative of players and teams of what they potentially could be, right? And Ben Lomond's been struggling, and I don't know. They're probably good at something, just nothing that I've been covering this year. Football-wise, it was a tough season for them, and I really thought they had some good players, but it's just tough, man. It was just tough for them. And it looks like it's the same thing in basketball, at least on the ladies' side of it. But the men's side isn't doing much better either. So the Grantsville Cowboys, who were 15-0 coming into this game, took on the 2-12 at the time, 2-12 Ben Lomond Scots. That score was 66-17. That's tough. 19-5 in the first quarter, 27-5. So in the second quarter, and then 11-7 and 9-0 in the fourth quarter. No points scored in the fourth quarter. This is a little weird. The Ben Lomond Scots were 0 for 2 from the free throw line, so that means they only went to the free throw line once. That's weird to me. The Grantsville ladies were 11 for 18, so not bad there. The leading scorer for the Scots, you got Huff, number 4, Huff. She had 8 points. Number 20, Avina, she had 7 points. And number 5, A. Huff, she had 2 points on the night. They did hit 3 3-pointers, and they ended up with 4 steals. So in terms of the Grantsville ladies, you had Avery Allred, number 11. She was leading scorer with 13 points, 1 3-pointer, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Number 1, Bailey Louder, followed up behind her with 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 5 steals. I'm guessing they probably let a lot of the backups play. So we've got number 21, Jones. She had 7 points on the night, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Good job, young lady. Number 5, Egbert, who had 7 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Number 10, Cody Williams with 6 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Number 30, Giepele. I'm sorry, Gieple. This is the first time seeing this name for me, so I'm guessing she class of 2028 is what's listed. So yeah, sorry, Kinley. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I always thought there was an S there, because I don't think this is the first time I'm seeing it. I do apologize. If you see me, come punch me in the kidneys and tell me how to say your name correctly, okay? I won't take it personal, I promise. Number 20, Lee, with 3 points, 1 3-pointer, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. Number 12, Fossen. She had 3 points, 1 3-pointer, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks, which good job to you, young lady, because she's not the biggest gal on the court, so that's pretty impressive. Great job. Number 15, Emmy Butler. She had 3 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Number 13, Orgill, 2 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal. Number 4, Hall. She had 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 6 steals. Good job to you, young lady. That's impressive. 6 steals. Way to go. Number 14, Castano. She had 2 points, 2 rebounds. Then you got number 22, White. She had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Number 2, Thornton with 1 rebound, 1 steal, and 1 block. And then number 3, Allen with 1 rebound and 2 steals. So clearly a lot of bench play in that one, because like I said, unfortunately, that doesn't even appear to have been a contest at all, which that's I don't mean to like bash Ben Lomond, but it's literally been time and time again that I've seen this out of them. So I don't know what the problem is up there. I don't want to call out and say like, oh, it's the coaches or this and that, because I don't know them personally like that, and I haven't been around their system enough, right? I mean, I do know that historically that area has a problem with graduation rates and things like that. I don't know if that's a factor for Ben Lomond, eligibility play. Maybe that's the problem. I don't really know. Maybe they've got some really talented players that just can't make grades. I don't know. But it is hard to see, and I do feel for him. I really do, because you like to see, at least me personally, I like to see competitive games, and I'm not going to say that these gals didn't try, because I'm sure they tried their butts off, and I don't mean to imply that they didn't try. But something's not clicking for Ben Lomond, and hopefully they can get it figured out, because that's tough to watch. And but either way, the Grantsville ladies, they take that one 66-17 at home, and I think that's the game where they broke their record for school wins, if I'm not mistaken. So congratulations, ladies, on setting yet another record this season. It's very impressive. And that wraps up the Grantsville ladies. Okay, now the Stansbury men. They would go on the road to Jordan High School on Tuesday, where they would face the Jordan Beat Diggers. I hate saying that name. I really do. It's like if you have any congestion in your voice, you're getting flamed on social media. That's all I know. But trying to pull up the stats here, doesn't want to work. There we go. So the Stansbury Stallions went in there. Let's see. They would take this game 53-49, getting their 3rd win of the season. Looks like they outscored Jordan 12-6 in the first quarter, but Jordan got that back. Looks like it went in tied 22-22. But that is terrible. Stansbury won the second half with a 15-12 in the third quarter and a 16-15. So they didn't go down without a fight. They're doing decent. They're sitting at 7-11, 7 wins and 11 losses on the season. So Jordan definitely didn't go down without a fight, but the Stallions would take this one. Looks like the Stallions went 15 for 20 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, Jordan went 4 for 5. So it's quite the free throw disparity there. I don't know. I would imagine Jordan's probably blaming the refs on this one, but maybe because I know. For Stansbury, their down low players are pretty good at drawing fouls, so maybe that's where the problem was. But either way, they went 15 for 20, so good job to them. That's pretty good. Pretty good there. Jordan's leading player was Osler. He had 11 points. Number 20, Osler. He was followed up by number 1, Tolley, with 9 points. Number 14, Lockhart with 9. Number 4, Hansen with 9. Number 24, Warnick with 6. Number 12, Prince with 3, number 13 Griffith with 2, and number 0 Osborne with 1 point. Meanwhile, for the Stansbury Stallions, they were led in points by number 53 Tegan Johnson with 13 on the night. He was tied up actually with number 25 Porter Hinton with 13 points, who had 3 3-pointers on the night. Good job to you, young man. Number 2, Will Stevens. He had 11 points on the night. Number 11, Luke Rich with 8 points. Number 1, Pearson with 3 points, that being a 3-pointer. Number 4, my man Rhodes, the defensive guy coming off the bench. I love his play coming off the bench. It's impressive. He had 2 points. Number 34, Haranicki with 2 points, and number 15, Tobias Johnson with 1 point. So again, Stansbury goes on the road against Jordan and takes that one 53-49. Great job, men. Way to go out on the road and get that victory. But then on Friday, they would come home, and they would have a tough matchup against the Cottonwood Colts. Cottonwood's 12-6, and Cottonwood wins this game, but it was a close game. They beat Stansbury 69-62. Stansbury actually did really good in the second quarter, but it just kind of made up for the first quarter. So Cottonwood took the first quarter 21-11, and then Stansbury came back and won the second quarter 16-8. So great job to them. 24-21. Cottonwood takes the third quarter, and then 16-14 in the fourth quarter. So outside of that first quarter play where they got outscored by 10 there, I think they played a heck of a game against what appears to be a pretty good team this year. So don't hang your heads on that one. Let's see. From the free throw line, it looks like the Stallions went 11 of 15. They're shooting really well from the free throw line. Great job. Cottonwood Colts though shot a perfect 8 for 8 from the line. So that's pretty impressive for them. The Stansbury leading scorers were number 2, Will Stevens. He had 17 points, 4 3-pointers on the night. Good job, sir. Number 25, Porter Hinton. He had 8 points, 1 3-pointer. Number 15, Tobias Johnson. He had 6 points. Number 53, Tegan Johnson with only 5. Now, see, that's what I've highlighted in some of my preview stuff is that, the games that I've saw where they've had the most success, Tegan Johnson's he's been a big part of that. And so when I see, single digits for him, it kind of makes sense to me as to why they lost, right? But again, I think they played a heck of a game against what appears to be a very good team. So they definitely should not be upset about that one. That kind of goes back to what I was saying about I don't always feel like records are indicative of what teams can be, especially in basketball. I think in football it's a little bit more black and white on that, but in basketball in particular, because there's so many different elements of the individual play, right? That I don't think that it's always a true reflection of what a team or a player could be. But anyways, he was followed up by number 22, Huntsman, with 4 points. Number 1, Pearson with 3 points. And number 34, Haranicki with 2 points. As for Cottonwood, their leading scorer was number 5, Smith. He had 21 points on the night. Number 32, CECEZ. He had 14 points. Number 21, Atem with 13 points. Number 11, Park with 8. Number 20, Yates with 6. Number 0, Bayagallon, 5 points. Number 15, Katsanevas, Katsanevas, with 2 points on the night. So again, I wouldn't be that upset about that game. It looks like they played really well against an arguably good team. So, good job. Way to fight. Way to come back and battle through it. It's a loss, but it looks like you played really well. And I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and try to watch that one tonight because now I'm curious. I just got behind on everything, so I'm just looking at stats right now. But so either way, they fall in that one, 69-62 at home against Cottonwood, and that will wrap up the Stansbury men's team. Okay, now moving on to the Stansbury women. That's right, Stansbury women. Now they were at Jordan as well on Tuesday, and they would lose this one against Jordan, 41-34. A 12-4 first quarter. They bounced back in the second quarter, winning that one 13-11. They won the third quarter as well, 8-6. In the fourth quarter, they would lose that one 9-30 or 9-12. Excuse me. Free throw line looks like Jordan didn't do so hot. They were 4 for 14 from the free throw line, so that's not a good look for them. The ladies look like they shot pretty decent though, sitting at 10-16. Or 10 for 16, excuse me, from the line on that one. So they did pretty well there. The leading scorer for Jordan, scorers for Jordan was number 1, Wilhelm. She had 13 points. Number 23, Joseph. She had 13 points. Number 0, Smith with 6 points. Number 13, Sperry, with 2 points. Number 5, Jacobson with 2. Number 10, Glosser with 2 as well. Number 21, Ballou with 2, and number 33, Tavayo with 1. Sorry, guys. As for the Stansbury ladies, their leading scorer was number 15, Pizzi Male, with 19 points, 2 3-pointers. Number 2, Lambert with 7. Number 14, Kennedy with 3. Number 21, Hansen with 3. And number 23, Malu with 2 points on the night. So again, Jordan would take this one 41-34, despite shooting very lousy from the free throw line. So, yeah, tough game. But they seem to be doing pretty good too, because this has Jordan listed at 9-9 on the season, so they're sitting at 500. So, tough game for sure. The Stansbury ladies would then come back home and face Cottonwood as well. Losing this one as well, 44-27, and this game was on January 17th. So what is that? Today's Sunday, so that would have been Friday, right? I'm all backwards, guys. Yeah, Friday. So Friday night. Oh, I jumped ahead. Excuse me. Hang on, guys. All right. Looks like Cottonwood took the first quarter 19-6 in that one. The Stansbury ladies hung in there. Tied it up 7-7 in the second quarter. So Cottonwood went in, 26-13 or something, right? Yeah, 13. Cottonwood will win the third quarter. So there wasn't a single quarter in that game where the ladies scored double digits, and that's definitely problematic for them. The Stansbury Stallions from the line were 7 of 13. Meanwhile, the Cottonwood Colts were 7 of 12. So pretty comparable there. Both of them shooting just above 50%. The leading scorer for the Stallions was number 21, Hansen. She had 10 points. She was followed up by McGee with 4 points. Number 23, Malu with 3. Number 33, Meldrum with 2. Number 14, Kennedy with 2. And number 15, Pizzi Male with 1 point on the night. I don't know if there was an injury or something. Maybe she didn't play the whole game. But that was her lowest scoring game of the season, after scoring 19 the night before, or the game before, to come out and only score 1. Like I said, I don't know if there was an injury or something like that, maybe, or maybe they just locked her down. Hard to know because I didn't see it and I wasn't there. The leading scorer for Cottonwood, 24, Workman. She had 16 points, 1 3-pointer. Number 23, Vanderbeek with 7. Number 1, Morris with 7. Number 34, Tripp with 6. Both of those being 3-pointers, or all those points being from 3-pointers, Number 3, Catan with 6 points. Number 10, Vernon with 4. So again, the ladies lose this one at home against Cottonwood, who's 13-3 on the season, so they're a pretty decent team as well. 44-27, and that will wrap up our Stansbury ladies. Okay, now to cover the Tooele men's team. They only had one game while I was gone, and I did start to watch this game, but guys, I fell asleep. I was exhausted. They took on the Hillcrest Huskies on the road on Tuesday. And well, let's just say it wasn't a very good night for the Buffaloes. They got beat down 58-33. They didn't score double digits in a single quarter in this one, and that's rare and strange to me. Now, Hillcrest they're doing pretty good. They're sitting at 12-6 on the season. The first quarter looks like it was pretty tight, 9-8. But then the second quarter, the second quarter has been kind of problematic for Tooele the last couple games, if I'm not mistaken. We'll go back and we'll look at that in a second. But they were outscored 21-9 in the second quarter, so they went into that one halftime score of 30-17. Third quarter again pretty tight, 9-8, and then the fourth quarter 19-8. So I don't know what it is. Looks like Tooele went to the line for 8 attempts and they made 3 of them. Meanwhile, Hillcrest arguably didn't do very good either. They were 5 of 16 from the line. The leading scorers for Hillcrest was number 10 Ashby with 14 points, 2 3-pointers. Number 4 Bell with 10 points, 1 3-pointer. Number 41 Mahler with 8 points, 2 rebounds. Number 0 M. Mahler with 5 points. Number 2 Martinez with 4. Number 3 Broadburn with 3. Number 12 T Ashby. Guessing it's a younger sibling or something. 3 points. Number 40 Nielsen with 2 points. And they had Pike with 2 3-pointers, but it doesn't list any points. So I don't know. I can't trust this stuff sometimes. As for the Buffaloes, they were led in points by number 24 Crew Lewis. He had 10 points on the night, 2 3-pointers, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Followed up by number 1 Grady Simons, 8 points, 11 rebounds, which special shout out to him. Let me look it up so I don't misquote it. Let me see. Sorry. I meant to put this in my pre-show notes and I totally spaced it. Yeah, so number 1, Grady Simons, he was also listed as the student athlete of the week for Tooele on the men's side. As for the ladies, it was Lindsay Hansen. So good job to those guys. Good job. It's bigger than basketball. It's bigger than sports, right? So that's quite the achievement. Great job to you, young man. Congratulations on that. Followed in third place on the scoring thing was the scoring thing. Was number 13 Jackson Mather. He had 5 points, 1 3-pointer, and 2 rebounds. Number 2 Mason Heap. He only had 4 points on the night. It doesn't list any 3-pointers, and I know that's kind of a big area of emphasis for him. So they must have anticipated that and really shut that down. Number 25 Hogan. He had 3 points. I don't know his first name. Sorry about that. Luke Hogan. I believe he was the one who got injured earlier in the season, if I'm not mistaken. So he must be back. And then number 10, Weston Hogan with 3 points as well. So all around, it was, like I said, it was a tough game for the Buffaloes. They did not see many points, obviously, but I know that they're shooters. I know that they take their chances. So I'm willing to bet they just weren't able to get them to drop. But that 21-9 second quarter, I mean, that's rough, right? And again, like I said, I think historically this is starting to become like a trend for them because against Murray, against Murray they lost that quarter, the second quarter, 21-4. So that's 2 games back to back where they just kind of got blown out in the second quarter in particular. Let's look at Cottonwood. Yeah, 17-7 in the second quarter. So going into halftime with the momentum is definitely not happening for Tooele right now. And that's really strange because I felt like earlier in the season they were just starting out rough. Maybe I'm wrong about that, though. Let's go back because I'm curious right now. So let's see. Their second game against Cyprus, they did pretty good there. 14. They lost that quarter, but 18-14. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. There. I do know that when you pile on losses, it starts to affect you mentally. Maybe that's something. I don't know. But either way, hopefully they get it figured out because they've got an inter-county rival game coming up this Tuesday, January 21st, against Stansbury. And I know that they're looking for retribution from that one. So, hopefully they're in the gym, getting those shots up, trying to get that fine-tuned and so they can bounce back from that, because I know they're itching for this one. At least I would hope that they are. And then they got a tough game right after that going against Park City again. So, and they played a close one against Park City in their last one on December 17th. It was 69-64. So I'm sure they're looking to bounce back from that one as well. So hopefully they can get it figured out. That's going to be a good game. I'll probably be at that game. I'm going to try to make it a point to be at that game for sure, so I can see everybody. I haven't made it to as many games as I wanted to, so, it's just life. It is what it is. But, yeah, again, that second quarter, those second quarter woes, not really sure what that's about. Hopefully they get it figured out. And again, they go on the road and lose that one 58-33 against Hillcrest back on Tuesday. So heads up, guys, heads up. Get fresh. Let all that crap go. Drive on. Finish out these. What do you got? You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 6 games left. Finish out with on a bang. You know what I mean? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, and as for the Tooele Lady Buffs, they too were on the road on the 14th against the Hillcrest Huskies, where they would win this one 54-33, improving to 12-5 on the season. Now, the second quarter going into halftime woes that the men seem to be having right now is not shared by the ladies, as they won that quarter 20-4. Very impressive there. They went into halftime up 27-9. So quite the dominating performance for the ladies there. The Huskies went 5 for 9 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, the Lady Buffs went 5 for 6. Very good job. Very good job. Not a lot of fouls in that game, apparently. Number 0, Mandel. She was the leading scorer for the Huskies with 10 points. 9 of those points being from three-pointers. Number 14, Malamba with 9 points. Number 11, Haddock with 8 points. Number 13, Lepore with 3 points. Number 25, Sebahar. I don't know. Sebahar. Number 25. She had 2 points. Number 24, Clark with 1 point. Meanwhile, the Lady Buffs were led in points by number 13, Macy Gustin. She had 10 points on the night, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. Great job to you, young lady. She was followed up by number 23, Camilla Laura, with 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 steals, and 1 block. Number 11, Ayana So. She had 8 points, 2 of those being 3-pointers, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Number 3, Hallie Hogan. She had 7 points on the night, 1 3-pointer, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Number 15, Barkley McClaws with 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Number 4, Lindsay Zaleski with 2 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, and 4 steals. And number 5, Kennedy Searle, bringing up the bottom for the first time, the bottom of the scoring chart, with 2 points, 10 rebounds, though. So she was definitely still doing her thing. 1 steal and 2 blocks. And number 1, Forestier Legal, she had 1 rebound. Yeah, it's weird to see Searle down there at the bottom like that, but she was obviously doing very good cleaning up the boards with 10 there. So good job. That's the thing, right? Like, you don't want to rely on just one person, and clearly they have other people that can contribute, and they did that night. And that's what you're looking for. That's what builds a good team, right? So don't take it personal. I'm not accustomed to seeing that. She usually scores quite amount of points. So interesting to me. Interesting. So either way, good job though. The Lady Buffs, like I said, would win this one on the road, 54-33, and they will also be taking on their inter-county rival, the Stansbury Stallions, on Tuesday, January 21st, at home in Tooele. So get ready. Good luck to you, ladies. That's going to be a fun game. Let's see, Tooele won the last one against Stansbury, 55-38. So Stansbury's obviously looking for retribution. So you gotta hold it down, right? Good job. I'm sorry that I've missed everything, guys. It just, work is work. So I do apologize. Great job to everybody. Yeah, we had some losses, obviously, right? But keep grinding, just keep improving. I can't say enough good things about what I've seen from individual efforts in this county in terms of the teams, right? Like, the records are what they are. I got that, but I am super impressed with a lot of what I've seen from a lot of players in this county, and it's been an experience for me to be able to find these athletes and become invested in their success and their future. It's awesome. It's awesome. So keep working hard, guys. Gals, keep working hard. I don't know. It's fun. It's fun for me, and I will keep doing the best that I can to try to get other people to come support this. All right. So I don't know how well it's working. Hopefully, I don't have to travel too much more because it takes me away from this. It is what it is, though. So good job, everybody. Great job. And I'm looking forward to getting back on schedule this week, getting to these games. So that is our week recap. I don't even know what week we're in. I'm not even going to pretend that I do, and I'm not going to say anything wrong. Okay, but yeah, let's get it. We got like 6 more games left for each school, roughly, give or take. So let's go out swinging. Who cares? If you've got a bad record, if you're the Stansbury Men or the Twilla Men and your record's not looking that great, hey, go out with a bang. You're playing for pride right now. Get out there and go earn that. Go earn that stuff. I almost said some words I probably shouldn't say. If, as far as like the women's teams, like let's see. I want to look at this. Hopefully it doesn't mess anything up. So the Twilla girls are 12-5 on the season, right? So like, let's see, last year, what were they at last year? Last year they were 10-12. So you've improved from last season. That's all you can ask for, right? So great job. Keep grinding, and that's what it's all about. I truly believe that. Let's see here. Who else we got? Sometimes this is the biggest pain in the butt, but it is the best thing that I found so far. Deseret News, at least for keeping track of this stuff. I think Max Preps is good about other stuff as long as schools, put the information out there, and they don't always do it. Okay, so let's see. So last year the Stansbury ladies were 4-18. This year you're sitting at 7-10 already. So that's improvement. Keep grinding. You go through ups and downs. It is what it is. Improvements. That's all you can ask for, right? Just improvements. Improve in something. So I'm super excited to get back on track with it. Hopefully I don't miss any more. But hey, everybody, I'm not going to hold you up much longer. So sorry I missed everything. Great job, guys. Yeah, I look forward to seeing it the rest of the week. So let's get it. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of each other, and get out there, support each other, spread this stuff around. Please like and subscribe. Okay, just please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's boost those numbers up so I can do some more things, and next season can be obviously even better, because that's what I'm looking for is improvements, and ups and downs, right? So it comes with the territory, guys. It's part of life. So please take care of yourselves, and until next time, I'll see you at the games. Thank you for listening to USB Unaffiliated Sports Broadcast. I hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to get over there to Instagram and share this stuff. We also have a Facebook page if you're interested in that side of it. But get out there and share this stuff to support these local athletes. That's what it's all about. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed the show. The podcast is available on Spreaker, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and probably places I'm not even aware of. So be sure to get out there, like, follow, and share that stuff, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.